really? Is that true? Did I really? Let me check my Goodreads real fast. Is that true? Hold on. That can't be true. Wow. It is true. Holy crap! I think this is probably the best month of reading that I've ever done in my entire life. Ever. All 18 years of it. So apparently this month I read 14 books. That may or may not be a lie. Did I actually read 14 books? That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, let's talk about it, I guess. Let's start from like the beginning, I guess, you know, because they were older videos, like the newer stuff, like you just watched it. So, first up, we've got I Am Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter. I did not write this book. I read this for the Dia de los Muertos video that I did at the very beginning of November. And that was such a fun video to read. This was such a good book to read. This is a very sad book. I remember crying a lot in this book. And basically it is about this girl's older sister passed away and she was like perfection. But she just cannot live up to her family's expectations. Like she just can't do anything right. And this is just a book of her trying to stay true to herself, but still also make her family happy and just all of these things. There's all of these emotions. And I feel like anyone can relate to this. It was so, so good. And I cried a lot, so I do definitely recommend this one. That was such a fun video to record, but this was such a good book to read. I also read Hooked, and this book was probably one of the better. I think I just like this author, Emily McIntyre. I think I just like her as a dark romance author. I think there are two genres of dark romance. There's dark romance smut, and then there's dark romance. And I think I am on the side where I prefer a plot and I prefer, you know, like something actually happening in the story. And this provided. This is a very dark retelling of the Peter Pan, obviously Hooked. But it was very interesting. Hooked is a gangster, but he's not the one in charge. And it's like very interesting when things happen. And obviously Peter Pan is the bad guy, but Hooked's also a bad guy, so I don't, however you want to fit that in. And then there's Wendy, and this book was really interesting. It actually kind of hooked me. There was a little mystery involved in it, and I was trying to figure it out. I was like, wait, what's going on? Like, how did it happen? So that was really interesting, and I actually really liked this book. So yeah, it is dark though, like just so you understand, like it is dark, like bad things happen to good people. So it is not like, I'm not talking about like, oh, your favorite character just got killed off. I'm talking like there's torture scenes in this. So like, please like be aware of that. If you're like just starting to get into dark romance or anything like that, please stay away from this. And also, in the meantime, stay away from this one as well. Because I read both of these did I read them on the plane? No, I think I read them in the hotel room. I don't remember, but I read them both. And I need therapy. So, after reading these, read Iron Flame, and there is no vlog for this. I was gonna put up a vlog for this, and I have the footage for the vlog, but I'm not doing it. I am not doing it because I gave this book 2 stars. I also read Addicted to You. This is in my most recent vlogs. I read Addicted to You and I read Heavy is the Crown. I have recently learned, because I did go on a Google stalking spree, I have learned that Heavy is the Crown recently came out and she is planning for a book 2, but she has not finished it yet. So book 2 is coming out. I will be having an alert set up for whenever this girl produces book 2, because book 1 was pretty darn good. This book is about 2 teenagers that fall into another dimension, and in that dimension there is a war, and they are supposed to be their saviors, although they can barely do algebra. So here we are. But it's such a good book, and it's so, I don't know, it's very interesting. I think that the author was spot on with just like the little mini details that were placed in this. And then same with this, Addicted to You. I think this is book 1 in a series, and it was so good. I really liked it. I had such a good time reading it. This is about 2 addicts who are best friends, and they decide to fake date. And they've been fake dating for 3 years to get everybody off their backs so they can just enjoy their addictions in the comfort of their own addiction land. And then they start dating for real, and then that makes things tricky, because once you're dating for real, all of a sudden the other person has expectations, and when you can't live up to those expectations, it gets a little tricky. So this was such a good book. I am so grateful to Tiffany for recommending it to me, although I am also mad because I did not know that this was a series. I thought it was just a standalone. My bad. I also read the entire Hunger Games trilogy and prequel. So I read this in one of my vlogs. It was really fun. I had a good time reading it, and I enjoyed myself. And then I read The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I also went to go see the movie, and I don't want to like spend 30 hours talking about what I thought of the movie. I will say that I felt as though Coriolanus's character in the movie and Lucy Gray's character in the movie were not true to who they were in the book. I did feel like the movie made them, at least with Lucy Gray, I feel like they made Lucy Gray a much more likable character. I feel like in the book, she was not. And I know a lot of people are like, well, the book is through Snow's perspective, but still, like, the whole book, Snow is like, does she like me? Does she not like me? Like, I'm confused, because I kind of have feelings for her. And you see in the book where Snow decides that it's okay for him to like Lucy because she's not really District. She shouldn't be District. She is supposed to be Capital. And so it was kind of hard for me to watch the movie, because in the movie you didn't see that. You didn't see, in the movie, he's almost ashamed and embarrassed of her, and that's not true in the book. In the book, he's trying to justify why everybody else should like her as well. Like, he's trying to make it seem like, hey, like, you know, she's not like the other girls. She's the original, not like the other girls. And but yeah, like, it's just a very interesting. So I am gonna be honest, I like the movie as a movie, but I do not like the movie as a showing of this book. Like, if I had not read this book, I probably would have liked the movie. And I do like the movie. I think it's a fine movie, but I probably will not be obsessing and having to watch it and, oh my gosh, like, put it on my Amazon Prime cart, like, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just, yeah. Me. I don't want to spend 30 minutes talking about this. Also me. Does a rant. Seems on brand. And then last but not least, I read the Once Upon a Time series. And not only did I read this series, I also got the Waterstone editions. Like, look how beautiful. I mean, this is the Barnes edition. This is the Barnes edition. This is the Waterstones edition. Like, why does America get the most boring editions? Like, come on. This is so beautiful. It's so pretty. Look at that. It's so pretty. Isn't that so pretty? Like, I love this. I think it's so good. I loved these books. I loved this series. The Once Upon a Broken Heart series was so good. I cried nonstop in book 3. It was a lot. It was very intense, and it was just all kinds of things going on at one time. And, like, honestly, like, there were so many times where I was like, this can't get worse, and then it did. But Once Upon a Broken Heart is about Evangeline and Jax. If you know Jax from the Caraval series, he was in there. He's the Prince of Hearts, and Evangeline comes to get her true love back, and then things happen, and they go down chasing the fox. So, this was such a fantastic series, though. I think this series is 10 million times better than the Caraval series, and it's not that the Caraval series was bad, it's just that this one, it almost, like, it's not that it made more sense, but, like, the twists and the turns, like, they were natural. Like, it was very natural. The progression was natural, and everything that happened naturally. Whereas with the Caraval series, I feel like it was a series of the most perfect situation. This person had to say a very specific line for the next thing to happen, and so on and so forth and so forth. And it was just a game. Like, the Caraval series is a game. This one felt like it was not a game. It was very much life or death. So I really liked this series. I just loved it so, so much, and I was really happy with it. And there is a reading vlog up if you want to check this out. So I guess I just read a lot of series, and that's why I read a lot of books this month. Am I gonna read 14 books next month? That's a no. That's a no from me, dog. That's a no from me. I'm probably gonna read 2 or 3 books in the month of December. Just kidding. I hope I read a little bit more than that. I hope I do. That would be embarrassing. How embarrassing would that be? But that's it. That's the whole thing. Please let me know, how many books did you read this month? And by this month, I mean the month of the month of November. I was gonna get there eventually. So yeah, would love to know. Comment down below. I do love reading those comments. I love responding to those comments. They are my favorite thing to do. Guys, I don't know why you make me beg for friendship every single video. Please just comment down below and subscribe. That would also make me happy. But yeah. Why am I so cringy and awkward? Maybe I should just take a sip of water and then I can naturally stop, you know? Anyways, I'm gonna get going. It is my birthday tomorrow, and I'm very excited. Am I filming anything for my birthday tomorrow? No, I am not. But maybe on Monday, I don't know. But I'm going out to dinner tomorrow, so there will be no videoing. But I'll see you guys later. Bye. Wait, no, did I tell you guys to comment and subscribe? I think I did. Comment and subscribe. I would love to have you join the little friendship circle that we have going on. It's gonna be fun. I was a cheerleader in high school, so if you're ever like, wow, she's so perky and happy all the time,